Every minute in this country, 4 Americans get sick from a hospital infection.
And the so-called superbugs are getting tougher and tougher to treat. Health Watch reporter Beth Galvin joins us now with one Georgia woman's harrowing story. Beth?
And Russ and Amanda, if you are ill or hurt, you're focused on getting better, not sicker. But that's exactly what happened to Victoria Nahum's stepson. He went from being a robust, healthy skydiving instructor to being horrifically sick. At 27, Josh Nahum took on his life like he took on skydiving, plunging nose first, fearless.
He was all about passion and fun and family.
So when a skydiving accident landed Josh in a Colorado intensive care unit last September with a broken femur and a fractured skull, Victoria Nahum and her husband Armando naturally were worried about his injuries, not infections.
We really didn't know how awful and how dangerous that hospital infections can really be.
But the Nahums would soon find out. In ICU, Josh developed a bacterial infection he fought off with antibiotics. But within days of moving to a rehab hospital, he developed another much more serious infection. And this one spread to his brain and spinal fluid.
What happened to Josh felt like watching your family fall down a hole and you can't grab them. Doctor left for the day. He went home. Josh was left in his ICU unit. And then 5 hours later, Josh coded. And he had no respiratory effort whatsoever.
Josh Nahum died October 22nd, not of his injuries, but of an infection that his parents believe he caught in the very place he came for help, the hospital.
You know, hopefully we'll get some help from everybody who hears about this.
That's why Victoria and her husband have created the Safe Care Campaign, a program to help patients protect themselves and to push hospitals to do more to stop infections. Many are already launching campaigns to remind staffers to wash their hands in between patients. Victoria says if you're going into the hospital, you need to have a loved one with you to advocate for you, and ask everyone who enters your room, including healthcare providers, to wash their hands.
Saying to the doctor or to the nurse or to the x-ray technician when they come in, you know, I'm sorry, I didn't see you wash your hands. Could you just wash your hands? You know, and if they say, well, I already did, you say, I know, but you know what? I need you to do it again in front of me. And you know what? They know better. They know that they should have washed their hands in front of you.
And the Nahum's website, safecarecampaign.org, has a list of simple steps that you can take to avoid getting sick when you go to the hospital.
We hope this saves somebody. You know, we know that Josh would love that, and I want somebody to hear it and be saved.
And this week, the Safe Care Campaign will team up with the Georgia Hospital Association. Together, they're going to launch a statewide initiative to encourage everyone involved in healthcare, from doctors to nurses to patients, to help in the fight against hospital infections. And to find a link to the Safe Care website, you can go to our website, myfoxatlanta.com. Russ and Amanda?
You know, given how high the stakes are, it makes sense, but I imagine a lot of people would have a difficult time asking or telling their doctor to wash his or her hands.
It is uncomfortable because, you know, we trust our doctors and we want to feel like we're in good hands, and it's uncomfortable to say to somebody, you know what, wash your hands. I don't trust you. Right. But Victoria says, you know, the stakes are really high and you have to be pushy for yourself because you've got to be your best advocate when you go in the hospital. And if you can't advocate for yourself, get someone you love or someone close to you. You can get in there and say, hey, you mind just washing your hands? It'll make us feel better. And most doctors and nurses won't mind.
All right. Good advice. Thank you very much.